Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I am coming back at you with another Wargaming Wednesday. All right, Wargaming Weekly on Wednesday. Let me move this microphone just a little bit off. You can see I've got my second camera over pointing at the microphone on the table, actually. That's where I'm going to be working on, or I'll be doing some work. I'm going to have to adjust the height of the camera because it's a little too low and the focus is off. So we're getting started a little late today, to be honest. I know the video went up on time, but I've been rushing for the last hour or so trying to get everything ready. Normally I just come in here, plug in the camera, plug in, or don't even normally plug in a microphone because I'm usually sitting here at my desk. But this week I skipped breakfast because I knew I needed to find a board. I needed to find a board for the backdrop that I'm going to be putting on, because what I plan to do is make a couple of rigid boards that will have the backdrop on it, and then I'm actually going to be making 3, and then I can stack them on the table, butting them up against each other to make the full scene. And if I really don't need 3, I only need 2 to cover a 4.5 foot table, but it comes with a third panel, which I'm not really sure. I think it's like 9 feet, maybe 8 or 9 feet. And if it's 9 feet, then it would work. The third panel would work if I ever needed to take a photo or a video of the full length of my table. So yeah, so they are 30 inch panels, and there's 3 of them. So what is that, 90 inches? How far is 90 inches? That's not 9 feet, but it's close. 8 feet? 8? Over 8 feet? I don't remember. Okay, so I've got a little bit of breakfast in front of me. Just because I needed to knock it out. I needed to get some breakfast. My stomach is starting to feel the effects of searching the garage this morning. Okay. A little anecdote. I knew I had an HP. Okay, see this board over there? Okay, I used to work at Best Buy, Geek Squad, and knowing that a lot of our signs there were made of PVC, pultruded PVC, which is like basically a flat sheet of PVC. I knew a lot of our signs were made of that, and I also noticed that the warehouse, whenever we got a new sign in, like from going from like Windows 8 to Windows 10 or whatever we did, there would be trash, right? They would take the 8 and they'd throw it away or whatever. And so being a wargamer at heart, I acquired some of the garbage. One person's trash is another person's treasure, as they say, right? Brought them home. And this one right here, you can see where I had, boom. You can see where I had cut some of it out, right? I think that cutout right there was for a building that I have up there. It was an inn that I made for D&D, but I was cutting the boards because I wanted to make bases out of them, and it works great as bases. And but it was way too much work to cut that, into like 40 millimeter by 40 millimeter squares. And when you could just buy 40 millimeter squares from like Litco, you could get like 100 for like $14 or whatever. So it makes it, I'm all about the time is also worth money. And so I evaluate how much time it takes to do something and how much cost I am saving. And if the time, because my time is valuable, if my time, because I could be painting in that time, or I could be building a model in that time, if I am spending my afternoon cutting out 20 bases, is that worth it? No, right? That's definitely not worth it. So I basically stopped. And so what that means is I had these boards actually the Windows boards I had behind my shelves over here, and I had to take down a bunch of shelves, not the ones you see on camera. There's ones off camera over here against the wall. I had to take those shelves down to get behind the second set of shelves where I had stored those against the wall. So I did that last. First thing I said was, I've got a sheet of black artboard out in the garage, right? So I go out in the garage, I look for my black artboard, I can't find it. I'm like, okay, what the hell? And I scour everything. But I found my MDF board that's out there, and I'm like, oh yeah, it was MDF. I bought a board of MDF, and I painted it black, and it looks like artboard, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Right? Yeah, so I'm like, what am I doing? Okay, so I said, okay, this MDF is what I actually own, and then I picked it up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's super heavy, which is good. It's great for making Wargaming terrain bases. That's why I got them. Not troop bases like I got the Pultruded. I got this specifically to make terrain bases, like wood patches or hills or whatever, town sectors. Okay, this is cooled off enough that I can probably just drink it. If you're curious what it is, it's actually Cinnabon cream of wheat. It's pretty good. I don't even have to add any sugar. I have some original cream of wheat over there, and I have to add a spoonful of sugar into that, unfortunately. Okay, I should be able to finish this pretty quick. Okay. So, scouring, I found my HP board up in the rafters in the garage. And I'm like, that's exactly what I was looking for. I mean, the HP board is like 5 foot long, and it's like 17 inches tall. And I figured I could make a backdrop, one solid piece, and all it is like really super thick foam board. And I'm like, okay, let's do that. And then I'll show you here in just a second. This is the backdrop that we're going to be using today, and it is it's like 19 inches, maybe 19 inches tall. And with it being 19 inches tall and that board being 17, there wouldn't be too much of a big deal. I could just trim off a couple of inches off the top. I thought about it, and I'm still thinking about it, actually. But in the whole scramble, I said, let's go ahead and get these boards out. That way I can use the full 8 feet of backdrop. Okay, should I drink this? I don't think I should drink it. I get slurp it. Yum. I might have put a little bit too much water in there. Because it's very, what do they call it? Creamy. I apologize for you having to watch me eat. Some people like that. Some people like watching other people eat. I don't know. There's whole channels dedicated to it. I've even considered it, trying out different foods and stuff on camera, but Cinnabon cream of wheat is good. I like it. If you like Cinnabon cinnamon rolls. If you don't, then you wouldn't like this. It's still cream of wheat, which I really like cream of wheat. Cream of wheat. I really like that. I like it. I might like it better than oatmeal. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe oatmeal's still my number one. I don't know. And then on the camera, you can see Pop-Tarts. I'm all about breakfast. What's funny is, like for a midnight snack or a snack for while I'm watching TV or something like that, I might make some cream of wheat. I might make some oatmeal. It's good for you. It's not like ice cream. I shouldn't say it's good for you. It's better for you. Or it's better for me anyway. I don't know about you. Maybe you can survive on ice cream. I'm almost done here. I still want to... Okay, a couple of things we need to do, right? We need to clean the table off a little bit. Because you can see I've got cardboard boxes and all kinds of other like flags and stuff like that on there. I got to move that out of the way. So... those plastic tubs right there in front of the microphone, those are actually filled with Litco bases in a million different variety of sizes. I kind of organize them in there so that when I know I need a 40 millimeter by 15 millimeter base, I can just go in there and pull it out. I've got some tea right here that I'm probably going to have to finish stirring up. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get a spicy hot V8 because I like me some vegetable juice. Okay, a little bit of news about the channel. Okay, let's actually get into this. Hey, it's only 15 minutes later. We have what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, I got a couple of orders out that are still pending. I'm still waiting for them to arrive. One is from Old Glory directly, and the other one is from, I think it's Cavalier Books, because they sell minifigs. And I've ordered some Brunswick singles. They're not actually singles. They're like in packs of 3 or something like that. Which, to me, that's pretty much a single. So I ordered some Generals. I ordered some from Brunswick. And I ordered some Limber Riders for Brunswick. Okay, I only needed a couple of I only needed 2 limbers worth of Limber Riders. So I think I ordered 1 or 2 packs just to have a bunch of riders. drivers and riders are a little bit, the way they word it is, I think a driver, I think, is on the horse, and I think a rider is sitting at attention on the actual limber itself. So we'll see when it comes in. I'll let you guys know. But I need those generals and those limber riders to finish out my Brunswick contingent. If you saw my last update, my Napoleonic update, you can see all the Brunswick infantry that I did. And I've already got the cavalry and the artillery done. I just need a few little odds and ends to finish it out. So I ordered that from Minifig. As well as I noticed I ordered a bunch of Peninsula infantry. And the reason why I did that was I noticed that my Hanover troops were a little light on the Peninsula infantry figures. Yes, I understand that some of them are in Belgic Shakos, some of them are in Peninsula, some of them have a mix, and all that. And that's kind of the way I was planning on doing them. But I've decided that I'm just going to make sure, I'm going to really buckle down and make sure I got the right number of Peninsula hats that I needed. So I ordered a bunch of those, like 4 packs actually. And each pack comes with like 6 guys. So it's actually like a full battalion for 4 packs. I thought that was okay. But they're minifigs, and minifigs, which I've noticed the new minifigs compared to the old minifigs. The new minifigs look really good. I noticed that on my artillery crew. They look good. So I'm gonna go. We're gonna see what they look like. But it's also gonna give me a little bit variety of the poses. I'm looking at my camera recording and not the actual camera, so that's why you see me looking over here. The poses are going to be, there's going to be more poses, so that's an advantage. And I ordered some rockets. I think 2. I think I ordered 2 rockets. Make a whole battery of rockets. And then I maybe ordered a 9-pounder. I don't remember. Not a whole lot. I didn't order a whole lot from those guys. Oh, Belgique. I ordered some Dutch limber riders or drivers. I don't remember. It's either riders or... Okay. So that, coupled with the week that they didn't realize that I had paid, means there's going to be like a week delay. Because I placed the order, I paid the night I ordered using PayPal. And I know that there's a lot of things going on with PayPal, but I'm still using it. It seems like let's just say I'm still using PayPal. And, way back in the day, 10 years ago, something like that, PayPal, I had a big problem with PayPal where they took a bunch of money from me. But that was when I was selling airsoft guns, and I had my own website, and PayPal was my payment processor. I learned a little bit about making sure I read all the fine print before I before I commit to them as a payment processor. You know what I'm saying? So, but things have changed since then, and I'm actually comfortable with them right now. I know that there was this $2,500 if you say the wrong ideological statement, that PayPal can fine you $2,500 or whatever. That was that went out, and then there was like a huge outrage, like, what are you doing? You can't do that. You don't have any, you don't control our speech, blah, blah, blah. And they backed it up by saying, that was a mistake. Sorry. No, I'm sure it was intentional. They just didn't realize we were going to get as much backlash as they did. Thought they could get away with it. Okay, but having said that, Cavalier Books contacted me and said, I noticed you placed an order, but we haven't received a payment, or did I just miss it? So I went into PayPal and found the transaction, took a screenshot, sent it to him, and said, check it out, I paid. And so they're like, oh, okay, cool. Actually, he said, cheers, which I assume means thank you. And so I'm not fluent in English, the King's English. And so he said cheers, which I assume means thank you. And so I adjusted my expected delivery date down from my original expected delivery date a week because, so that'll be coming probably in a week or two. And then Old Glory I placed that order over 3-4 weeks ago. And that's normally about how long it takes them to cast my molds and send it to me. Now, Old Glory, which I kind of made a mistake when I put an order into Old Glory. I wanted to reach the minimum for the discount. They have this minimum threshold. If you order this amount, you get a bigger discount, right? So I wanted to make sure I met that threshold. So I started just picking and choosing units and bags to fill my order. Looking back on it, I should have picked certain units like a Brunswick Hussar. Well, I don't need that. Like a British Peninsula unit, or because that would have filled out my Hanovers like boom, because it comes with like 50 models. I could have easily 48 models usually. I could have picked one of those. I can't even talk. What I actually did was I picked some units that I will need in the future, like units for Waterloo. Remember, I'm still working on Quatre Bras. So once Quatre Bras is finished, I'm moving on to Waterloo. Not immediately, because I've got other game systems that I want to focus in on. So it'll be like a year or two after I finish the Quatre Bras set that I will go into the Waterloo, because all the stuff in Quatre Bras will just transition over to Waterloo. But I do have some ancients that I want to do. And I noticed that I was missing some ancient models from my Meg armies. Mortem et Gloriam is the rule set for my ancients, and I have such a wide. It's horrible. In ancients, I have such a wide. What's the word I'm looking for? I like all the armies. That's the problem. I like everybody's armies. So I order. Now, I had already done this about a year ago. I ordered some Romans and some Carthaginians and some Germans, right? Gaelic types. And so on this order, I said, I know I needed to flesh out my Macedonians, right? And so I ordered some Macedonians, which I probably didn't need to order those until next year. But I went ahead and ordered them. Hey, John, units picked either at once or later that our order really is good. You would have ordered them sooner or later. I would have. I was going to order them next year, right? So at least it bumped me up over the threshold, so I got the discount, which is really good. But I could have bumped it up with other units, is just what I'm saying. And then I said, well, I'm probably going to jump into American War of Independence soon after Quatre Bras. And so I ordered extra American War of Independence, which I think I've got everything I need to do both Princeton and Freeman's Farm, right? So those two scenarios are kind of my basis of what I wanted to, organize my armies for. And then I also thought my Napoleonic core rules that I'm writing, right, Marshals and Generals, I think I'm going to be able to, and this is also something in the back of my mind while I'm writing my Marshals and Generals rules. How could I use this with American War of Independence? Because I think there should be a pretty straight transfer, right? Instead of battalions, maybe they're regiments, or, the men per base might be a little different, but it's still just bases, right? But I've been thinking, no, I'm just going to base them up. Well, basing is different. I was thinking I was going to base them up differently, more in line with the land of the free rules. But that's not until I finish Quatre Bras. But I decided I'm going to go ahead and order some of those units, which they could have waited. I could have really packed up on some Napoleonics. And the only reason why I say that is because I went to back up. I ordered a pack of, this is what got it all started, a pack of foot artillery for the British. And looking back on it, I could have ordered other artillery pieces and some guard maybe for the French or something, right? Because I'm excited to paint some guard. But when I went to paint my last brigade, this was kind of, see, I'd placed the order, boom. And then I went to paint a brigade of French. And I got all my French models out, all of them, all the infantry. And I organized them into battalions according to the Quatre Bras TO&E, right? So I organized them all into, and I put them in their little Ziploc bags. 2 of the battalions did not have standards. I could have bought a French command pack at that time, right? And then I would have had those 2 extra standards. Oh well. I'm sure in the next 6 months or so, I'm sure I'm going to put another order in, and I'll be sure to remind myself to make sure I order, or in the minifig order, I could have probably ordered a couple of standard bearers. Oh well. Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna transition the audio from this microphone to that microphone. You can hear me now. I'm like a million miles away. Okay. And then what I'll also do is just turn that off so you get a full screen. Okay, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into over here. That's probably good. Okay, but I want to have enough workspace. Oh, another thing. This is BS right here. This piece of crap. I ordered boxes from time to time to when I make my shipments for my store. Oh, wait. Speaking of which, oh crap. Okay, speaking of which, we're going to box something up real quick because I got an order that needs to go out. Damn, I just thought of it. Okay, so we're going to move this out of the way. We're going to take these out of the way because cleaning off the table will actually help me box stuff up as well. I don't really need these rulers. Maybe I do when I draw lines. Okay. Okay. This is full of D&D models. This is a bunch of Ziploc bags, if I remember right. Okay, so I've got some like French resistance I got to mail out. It should be super quick. I should be able to knock that out in like 2 seconds. Okay, but let's talk about... Okay, let's not talk about that. Let's move these into another place. I'm starting to list a bunch of flags. So if you're looking for Napoleonic, American War of Independence, medieval flags, banners and stuff like that, check my website, which is eBay Wargaming in Miniature. Okay, I want to talk about this just for a second. Yeah, eBay, and then the store name is Wargaming in Miniature. Right. Okay. I ordered these when I didn't need to. That was an extra order as well. Okay. Okay, that should be way more than enough workspace for me to work. And this is exactly why I want to make the back, because I usually store like extra boxes and stuff like that, and sometimes miniatures and things like this up there on the table. And if I wanted to do a photo shoot of like miniatures or terrain or something like that, I would put them on the table, but when I take a picture, you'd have this all in the background and it would look horrible. So I would put up either a black wall to try to block it, or I'd put a blanket up or something like that to try to block it. But this whole idea now is to have an actually scenic backdrop so that it would look really cool. That's my idea. That's what we're building today. But this right here, I ordered this from a guy on eBay. I ordered specifically 9 by 6 by 2, right? 9 by 6 by 2, because like my Plastic Soldier Company boxes are exactly 9 by 6, usually by 1 or 1.5, something like that is how thick they are. But I wanted it to be 2, just in case I wanted to put like 2 smaller boxes in there, or maybe I could put miniatures in there or whatever. 2 inches is a really good thickness for my boxes. This is what I got. I ordered 9 by 6 by 2. And it was supposed to be Uline, which is a brand name, right? So I get these boxes. These boxes are extremely thick material, right? This is a sturdy piece of cardboard. This is like really good weight, right? It's going to, you know, like 270 pounds or some crazy crap like that. But it's not Uline, as advertised. And it's 9 by 5.5 by 1.5. Did he round up? Okay, and I said, okay, well, maybe it's just, you know, okay. Maybe it's all right. So I took one of these boxes out and I put one of those Plastic Soldier Company boxes in there, and it'll go in lengthwise, but I can't get it to go in width-wise because it's 6 and this is 5.5. And the 1.5 is fine because a plastic soldier box would fit in there. So, unfortunately, I had to give this dude negative feedback. I want to return them, but on the flip side, I don't, because I can use them for other things. Okay. Okay, give me a second. Let me find my... I might even be able to box one of these, this model I'm doing in that. Because the model I'm doing today is a Warlord Games box. Okay, hang on. Let me find this order I gotta get going out. French Army Infantry Section. French Army Infantry Section. I know I'm off camera. I've got 100 boxes of miniatures over here. I gotta try to find the one that I put it in. Probably not that one. Here we go. What do we got here? French Army Infantry Section. Found it. Now I'm just... Oh, God, that's heavy. Okay. Why is it heavy? Well, because it's full of books. Rule books. Army lists, etc., etc. Okay, so yeah, this French Army Infantry section's got to go. Now, yeah, that thing's almost 2 inches wide, right? Almost 2 inches. Won't fit in this 1.5 inch box. Some bullshit is what that is. That's some bullshit. Actually, it might fit, depending on how I fold it. I'm not going to actually use this box. Gosh, man, this cardboard is super thick. Yeah, I don't think it'll work, but... if I have... No, it's too thick. Yeah, I'm upset about this. One thing... with the cardboard being extra thick, yeah, it's good protection and stuff for the models, but it adds a considerable amount of weight, and that just makes shipping more expensive for my customer, and I don't want that. Okay, so let's take a look at maybe this box right there. Nope. Okay. I think this is a 6x5. 4.5. 6x4.5. This is a 6x4. Not big enough. have a 6x5. But it's really thick. It's like 4 inches, but that's okay. Sorry guys, this comes first. This is my business, so oh, that's nice and tight already. That's tight in there. That's what she said. I probably don't even need to do this to keep it from rattling around. But I'm going to. Just to keep it secure, you know. Okay. Nice. Totally forgot about this order. It came in last night. 9 ounces. Okay. I should probably do a small one. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting. Here we go. I know, that's like all this time and we still haven't got started on making my boards. Sorry. Okay. Hey, this is just going like to the next town over. Interesting. Okay. Let me run this out to the post. It'll take 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Go get a coffee. I'm back. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here in Tennessee. Okay. Oh, we're not going to be using this one. Okay. Yeah, so I was taking photos of my flags last night to let everybody see the flags, and I noticed that it was taking forever because I've got so many. But that's okay. You guys are going to get a chance to take advantage of my flags that I'm not needing anymore. Okay, let me close this website and let's move this camera over here. Okay, bear with me. Grabbing a few things. Okay, John's made a couple more comments. Give me a second to do what I'm doing, then I'm going to read them. If you guys play any computer games, let me know. I'm curious if you guys play any computer games, either online or, solo. I'm curious. Okay, audio dropped as you switched. Oh, did it? No? Yeah, it should drop because I'm a million miles away from the microphone. But can you hear me though? I mean, even if it's lower, can you hear me? Let me know that as well. Oh, that's good. Oh, so you must have heard it. You must have heard it because you understood the boxes. Okay. So I'm going back over here. Let's get this. There's my knife. Okay, so just so you know, I've got these boards that I'm going to be working with. I'm not going to be using this side. I'm actually going to be using the blue side. But a couple of years ago when I was playing D&D in person, which I'm not now, I'm playing D&D online, and I think I like it better. Mainly because it's more convenient for me, and I get to play with people all around the world. Like I had a Greek player, from Greece, and stuff like that. I got a guy in my game right now who's in Canada. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so this is Faller, right? Faller, model Hintergrund. Yeah, so the model is the background is preferred fastened to a dry, smooth, dust-free surface with spray adhesive or the like. Make sure that the joint of both parts are level. Backdrop for model landscapes. Perfect. It doesn't say, okay, here it is. It's not in English, but it says Sommer im Mittelgebirge. Mittelgebirge. I don't know what that is. Okay. Decor, model. Summer in, okay, this is every language but English. Okay, so but that's okay. I don't mind because that's the picture that I saw, and that's what I got excited about. Because there's all different kinds. There's summer, winter, you know, there's castle backgrounds, there's city backgrounds, there's forests and stuff like that. I didn't want really any of that. I wanted it to be more planular, or like the plains, but I also wanted it to have something in the background that stood out as unique or weird. You know, just eye-catching. That's what I'm looking for. All right. So these are the boards, or the sheets. It's fairly thick paper, I'm gonna have to say. It's like it's model background. Oh, here he is. Summer in the Highlands. Okay, I'm okay with that. And there are 3 sheets. 3 sheets to the wind. Okay. There is a little bit of a town back there, but that's fine. But you can see how tall that is. That's pretty tall, right? And if I was to put it as a backdrop, that's pretty good. Okay, hold on. It's doing the rollies. Stop with your rollies. I kind of want to see. I got to roll it backwards. Yeah, that's going to cover almost. That's going to cover everything. I'm going to have to roll these backwards before I snip them in there. A. Okay, so I have a feeling they're going to be lettered. This says A. That one says B and that one says C. So that should be pretty self-explanatory. So once I lay it out, I'm not going to cut this little white piece off. I'm going to overlap. I'm going to overlap it. And if I make a little bit of a mistake, it's okay. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm just going to make sure that all the white is gone. And there's the bigger mountain. Now, I think I'm going to put it on 3 separate pieces and butt them up. So I'm going to put okay, so maybe I will cut that white off. I'm going to put this on one board, put this on one board, and put this on one board, and not use one of the 2 boards, one of the 3 boards, only use 2 to cross this, because one board is more than halfway, so it'll be good. That's the idea, right? Okay, that's the plan. Okay. Starting with this board. And I might cut it on the floor, but okay. This is the city of Waterdeep. I printed this out and laminated it and taped it together. Each one of these panels is a piece of paper. I printed it out, put it on the table, and it was a playing surface for my adventuring group. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm not playing face to face anymore. But unfortunately, they only stayed in the city for like 2 game sessions. So it took me many days to print that out, line it up, cut it up, laminate it. The lamination is what costs the most probably out of the whole thing. so that if I needed to write on it with like a dry erase or something, I could. Plus, I thought it would keep it protected, which it did. Okay. It definitely kept it protected. I don't want to use a knife to go probably could, but I just want to peel all this off. Which one is on top? This side is on top. Okay. Interesting. And being that was in storage for a couple of years, and I had no desire to pull it out and work with it or play on it or anything like that, I realized I don't need it anymore. I was just hoarding it. And I needed the board. So, okay. It's tearing, but that's okay. Because it's all going in the trash anyway. This is going to work or not. And I don't care if this tears because it's going in the trash as well. It leaves kind of a sticky residue, but you know what? That's a good thing. Oh, wait, no, don't. Oh, I see. Okay. Wow. I'm seeing all this hard work going up in smoke. But you know what? For a good cause. Or so they say. Okay. about the other side? Okay, I think I've already peeled the side of it off, or at least got it ready to be peeled off. Okay, that was interesting. Good. So now what about the ends? I see. One differs. Okay, here we go. Okay, I thought I did. I was going to say I thought I had taped the actual city paper to the board before I laminated it. Maybe, yeah, it's just very minor tapes, minimal tape, which is good. It makes it easier for me to take it off. Okay, come on now. Oh, this other side, I don't have it peeled ready. Okay, I got you. Let's at least get it to the end. There we go. Yay! I know what you're thinking. That's not big enough. My plan was to do it like that twice. But I have a feeling this is going to be longer than that board. Oh, it is. Uh-oh. And that, I could do one full board. Whoa, don't stick. I could do one full board this way, or I could do a board where I cut the end off that way. Okay, so I'm still thinking. Still thinking, because I might not actually do it that way. Well, crap. Okay, this board is extremely heavy compared to that board. This is that PVC board. This can take a whole map. I can do a whole map on this heavy board. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I mean, I do want to do that, but I don't know. The other option that I was thinking about was this. and I'm still thinking about it. So let me go ahead and pull it out. Okay, this was the other option. It's an HP board, real thick. It's really just a super thick foam board. I could put 2 maps on this. Where it would be cutting off the top part. And I don't want to do that either. I thought that blue board was going to work, actually. Because that'll work okay. Of course, this part will be cut off. I'm not going to use this little section, even though I probably could. I could probably make it a little bit more, you know, I don't know if I want to do that. And just glue 2 of the boards, 2 of these maps, directly to it, or 3, you know, cut this up. I can cut this up. I mean, it's mine. I own it, right? I'm not doing it for somebody else. I could put that hill directly in the center, which I don't have to do. I could put it off to the side or the other side. I could technically cut that town off of this map so the town won't even show up, right? I might do that. I might just do that. And then it'll just be one board, and I can put it in the back. I can save this for a future project. Or just... Actually, this is A. Okay, that's not A. Okay. That should be C. It is C. Okay. I could pull this over. All the way over to there. I could even cut some of it off if I need to or want to. I mean, you can't really see it. I don't want to... ruin it in any way. I can pull that more to one side or the other. Yeah, this side has too much of a town on it. And that would be the part that's right here. So, I mean, there's still buildings. I picked it because they look like they could be Roman, or they could be Greek, or modern, World War II. They could be any of that. So I didn't want to grab any of the any of the landscape that had, yeah, I'm gonna use this board. I've already decided I'm gonna use this board, but now I have to decide what portion of it do I want to use. Do I want to put that seam right down the middle? Because I could go all the way to the end. Actually, all the way to the end might look best. Okay, hang on. Because remember, we're cutting off a few inches off the top. You're all like, oh, there's a lot of comments. Okay. Put these boxes to good use. Okay, so I can put it like actually all the way to the end. I'm going to be cutting off this much off the top, right? So at least it's above the clouds, right? Okay, that looks good. And if that's the case, this is going to get pulled all the way over to there. This is not a perfect match by any stretch. I just wanted to get a general idea. Okay, you want to be like that? Dang, it wants to be like that. I don't get it. Okay. I think that's fine, because you know what that does? It does what a good photography backdrop should do, is draw your attention to the 1/3. It's called the rule of 3 when you're taking a photograph. You always want to have your subject, you want to divide your photo into 3 sections, and those 2 lines, right? Because you got your photo like this, you want to draw 2 lines and then put your subject over that 3rd line, so it actually forces your mind to focus on the subject. If you put it, a lot of people take photographs with the face or whatever directly in the center. Those are actually usually not good photographs. A little lesson in photography. Yeah, what do you think? It's not going to be that tall, though. It's going to have a couple of inches cut off the top. But that's okay. And it's only going to go as far as right there. So there's going to be a couple of inches exposed on the end. Right? Yeah, right about there. So, but that's okay, because usually I'm taking photos and video in a downward manner like this, and usually I'm fairly close to the subject matter. Here, yeah, I'm usually taking photos down like this, but if I needed to back up the camera and raise it up a little bit. Okay. Yeah. I would have to make sure that I was like this close. Something like that. But at least the backdrop looks good. I'm happy with it. Okay. I'm not finished with it, obviously. But this is C. We're going to roll this up and save it. I could always add it or make it later. We're not going to do that today. Get this. Camera up. Okay. So first things first. The styrofoam has got to be cut to length. Okay. These backdrops. I'm going to have to spray with adhesive on the outside, out in the yard, actually the back patio, and then bring it in and stick everything to it because of the smell. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Okay. I think I'm going to stick it on there, and then once it's stuck, then just trim the top with an X-Acto. I think that's what I'm going to do. But, and this is still pretty heavy, to be honest. This is pretty heavy. It's got a bend to it. So I considered doing it on this side because it's got like a panoramic bend to it. It bends this way, but it's so subtle. Yeah, I might do it this way. Just because of that bend. Because I think I had it hanging in the rafters, and over the years, the center part's kind of drooped. Okay. Come on, Mr. Everything. What are you doing? Well, I'm going to be cutting this. That's what I'm doing. And again, I could cut it crazy at a crazy angle just to get a little bit more ground cover, which I don't see a problem doing that, but I think I'm just going to go straight up and down. What do you think? You think I should just go straight up and down? I think I should just go straight up and down. I'm not using a right angle, I'm just eyeballing it. Eyeball it. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm eyeballing it. I don't know if this is going to work. First of all, this is not an X-Acto knife. It's a box cutter. Okay. Yay. Okay, it's cut. And I can save this for some other project. I don't think I can save that little piece. Sure. I don't know what I'd save it for, but we'll save it. I did also consider making it into multiple pieces so that I could, well, store it easier, but also so that I could fold it or lean it up against each other. But I've since abandoned that idea. I've decided to go ahead and make it one solid piece, just like that. And I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's got a slight bow to it. Now I've considered painting this black or something like that so that it would look a lot more like that. And if there was any mistakes made, that the black would shine through, just like I do my miniature painting. But I decided against that. Okay, it looks like the postman's outside. I'm glad I got the package outside like when I needed to. Okay, got a little extra styrofoam on the carpet. Gonna have to clean that up later. Okay. We are not going for the end, or maybe we are going for the end. Are we going for the end? Yeah, that should go. I should be able to stick that on pretty easily. I could do a little overlap, just a hair of an overlap, and then just go in and trim it. That way there's absolutely no... Okay. What do you think? So far so good? I'm just eyeballing it right now. I'm just checking to see what I'm getting myself into. And this little connection here doesn't have to be perfect, but of course you want it to be perfect, right? I think my wife might be home. Yeah, she is. Let me get this box out of the way. Hey.
Mail just ran.
Yeah.
We got a package on the front.
Oh, okay.
I just saw him put something on the front.
Oh, okay. Could you mail it out?
I didn't check the mail down there. No.
Alright, let's take a look here. One. Trash. It's all from wife. Okay. Alright, this package, I was getting excited. I thought it might be an Old Glory package, but it's a commission. Guy want me to do some work for him. I think it's Italians. Alright, so I think this is too far to the right. I don't want it to be that far to the right. I'd like to go a little bit more to the left. Okay. I mean, that does look good. And whatever I cut off of here would actually be able to be attached to the other side. I'll put your mail on the table. I like the low ground. But I've got to I want to visualize like what's a better connection. Actually working from this side. No, I don't like that building. Looks like a radio tower. And that takes away from any ancient. Okay, there's like an electrical post right there. I don't want that in my backdrop. Okay. But I also don't want that tower. So it looks like we're going to be going hybrid. Okay, that works actually. Okay. What do you think of that? I think that is a good photo because right there's the end of the table there, or the board that is. And that's the end of the board over there. Okay, let's check this chat. We just got hit by a spam. I hid it so you don't see it. First thing I'll do is report it. And then the next thing I'll do is hide user on this channel. Okay, there we go. There was like 5 messages on there that were advertising for another website. And it was, of course, it was pornography. Okay, let's take a look here. Yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Just like this. Okay, I'm not going to cut this end off. I'm just going to line it up right here. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not looking for the perfect layout. Okay, so what I plan to do is spray this, stick it on there, and then spray this and stick it on. I don't plan to do the whole thing at one time, just so you know. Now I'm going for my 3M. I have no idea what she's doing in there. I was looking for the one that was almost empty. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm going to go spray this outside like I said. Windy. Come on now.
That's why I closed the door.
Leave it open so I can get in. I won't have exposed hands.
It's windy.
It is windy. Save that scrap. Never know when I might need it. Looks good. Okay. So now I'm going to spray this side, and we'll stick the other side down. Sorry guys, I'm concentrating. Guess I'll fix that in post. there's a few little imperfections that I didn't see or didn't feel when I was laying it out, because like there's like a little knot right there. You can't really see it. And then this is a little bubble because of the way I peeled it back and laid it back down. Yeah, I can see that that's overlapping just a little bit too much at the top, which is causing this bottom part to raise up a little bit right here, which I can go through with a little highlighter and touch that and fix that. Plus, you'll probably never see it. But you know. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking it. I just need to do a little trimming on this side and on this side and then off the top. Actual X-Acto this time. Okay. I had my tongue sticking out. Yeah, I might have to do that twice because I think I was cutting styrofoam as well. right here. Okay. Okay, the moment of truth, right? Might have been able to actually fold that paper over now. Ah, crap. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I could have taken the top and folded it over, covering that white along the top that you might or might not be able to see. Hindsight. It doesn't really stand out that much. Yeah, so if I have miniatures out on the floor, you know, if I'm just showing something off, that should be up here, shouldn't it? Okay. That doesn't blend with this very well, but okay, I guess I'll get over it. I'm backing up as much as I can. Okay, right about there. Yeah. Yeah, so if I ever need to, you know, show off miniatures or do a rulebook tutorial or something like that, and looks like that would cover my ugly boxes in the back. And that was the main goal. It's actually nice outside. Alright, so I just changed out the microphone and the cameras. What do we got going on here? Always fun, spam calls. Overall, think it would look okay. Time for me to go. It's been fun. Alright, John, thanks. Is that one of those model railroad backdrops? Reg, it is. It's a faller. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it's faller, and it is Summer in the Highlands. It comes with 3 panels that are like 30 inches long. This is actually given to me in millimeters. It's 2,700 millimeters. So what is that, 2.7 meters long? Yeah, almost 9 feet, like 8 feet. But I only needed a 5-foot piece, and it was about 3 inches taller, and I had to cut the 3 inches off the top to fit the styrofoam that I had. What time is it? Oh, it's 1 o'clock, so it's like perfect timing. Yeah, that's about it. Now I can just go about maybe rearranging my table a little bit now that I took everything down. I moved all my shelves so that I could get at those boards on the wall over there, which I wound up not using. I wound up going ahead and using the HP board that I had for a while. Yeah, I'm happy. It's got that one seam right down the middle, right, where you can see. Okay, you can't see a mouse pointer because this is the camera. But yeah, you can see a seam right down the center. But that also might be the glue still drying. It dries clear, but we're gonna have to wait and see what that looks like once it's dry. There's a pretty harsh transition right here between the grass and my grass. On my camera, it's a harsh transition, but on my table it's not. Okay, so I have a feeling that my camera needs to be, the properties need to change. Okay, so let me take it. Let me see if there's a way that I can make it look like what it actually looks like on the by my eyes. Okay, maybe it's saturation. No. No. White balance, maybe? Okay, I think it is white balance. Yep, look at that. It was on auto. It doesn't look like that. It kind of looks a little bit like that, to be honest. Now let's take a look at saturation. Maybe that'll have something. Yeah, there we go. Trying to get my colors just like they are in real life. And still a little. Okay, maybe it's this. Bear with me. I'm getting there. That's not really that's not really changing anything. Okay, so it's a combination of saturation and white balance. Because my table is actually very green, and I see that on the camera it's showing it as more tan. Yeah, I'm gonna go to extremes and just see how that affects it. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, it's a little bit like that, actually. I don't know, maybe less yellow, maybe more green. I'm working with only a couple of sliders. If I went to a color fixer filter, let me try that. I'm just going to apply that and go OK. And then if I come down here, there's a filter. I'm going to add a filter. It's going to be a color correction filter. There we go. Now I got a bunch more options here. Hue shift. It's definitely not that. Okay. Yeah, there we go. More green. Whoa. Okay, now we're getting there. Okay, there we go. That's almost it perfectly. Okay, so you can see that it's not as bad of a transition as initially. I wonder why that camera was so off. I don't know. I have to fix it every time. Seems not noticeable on my screen. Right. It's I think as it dries, I think it's starting to disappear. And a little wiggle in the grass, that kind of looks a little normal, really. You know. So, and if you're not focusing on this, if you're focusing on the miniatures that I plan to put on the table, then I think that's fine. All right, guys. Well, I didn't get my Old Glory order in like I thought I might. I got a commission that I need to work on. Plus, I'm taking photos and uploading flags to my eBay store. So if you're interested in medievals, American War of Independence, or Napoleonic flags in 28 millimeter, take advantage of those. And most of them are going to be Victrix or GMB, but I do have a few Perry up there as well. The reason why that is when I was doing my black powder Napoleonics and medievals and American War of Independence, I was doing it all in 28 millimeter. And then over the last year and a half or so, I've decided to switch to 15s and abandon my 28 millimeter Army. So I still have a bunch of flags that I never got to use them. So I decided, why not just go ahead and sell them, because I'm not going to use them, right? I thought about keeping a few of them because I'm still doing like commission work, or I'm still doing like I'll paint a British regiment and I'll need a flag for that, or two flags for that. But I can put them up for sale, and then when I decide to, if I ever get around to painting some more 28 millimeter Napoleonics or Ancients or whatever for my store, I'll be able to go see what flags I've got available that I have not sold yet, and then I will pull them off the store and then use them. So, but in the meantime, if you need flags, take advantage of it, because I'm going to sell them. All right, and oh yeah, if you guys would, let me know what computer games you guys are playing. Oh, I see one. He's playing Civ 4. John said he's playing Civ 4. Age of Empires. And he can hear the mic. Okay, that's good. Yeah, okay. So yeah, if you would, drop in the chat what computer games you guys are currently playing. I'm curious. I'm curious to know what everybody else is out there playing. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. It's you guys have a good afternoon. It's beautiful here in Tennessee, so get out and enjoy the sun. All right, I'll see you then.